Look, it's another edition of Rockin Comics. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
You're back.
Yay!
It's been a long time.
We're both back, actually.
True. This week, a weird one because I didn't have a lot in the pull list.
Nope.
But we have an Amy's Awesome and an Archives. So, let's get started.
Okay.
First up.
Here?
Yes. Lock and Key, the one-shot. I've wanted to get into this book for a long time. It's put out by IDW. And this, I've read, is a good jumping on point. From what I can gather, it does the job. It's neat. I liked it. It's got neat art, kind of old schooly, Victorian-ish looking, fantastical art. A weird story. It's written by Joe Hill, the novelist. He's written a lot of horror novels. Not really a horror story.
Not this one, anyway.
No, but very, very different in a good way. But man, I liked it a lot. I say if this is a jumping on point, I'm a fan, and I might have to look into more Lock and Key and maybe pick up a trade paperback or two. But this has made me very interested in picking up more of Lock and Key. So I say go grab it. That's what I say.
Yeah, I like it. The art is very... I don't know. We struggled to find the word in the podcast. Steampunk, fantasy punk, a little bit Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, a little bit Wizard of Oz. It's really cool.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Just can't find that word to put my finger on. And it's what it is. It is, but it's yeah, it's really. I mean, I don't know if they can see how well.
But it's neat.
See it, but it's really nice stuff. It's different, but in a good way.
Yes.
I think that was the bullet point of that conversation.
Different in a good way, pick it up.
There you go.
Next up, which one do you want to do? That one?
Let's go here.
While I like this book a lot, it's Flash Gordon Zeitgeist #1. It's from Dynamic Entertainment. Dynamite, sorry.
Dynamite! Sorry.
He doesn't even do that bit anymore, so
I know.
We're the only ones that are funny. For me, it appeals to my love of the old pulps, because I really like my pulps. But it has a modern day sensibility, and Ming the Merciless is kind of a badass in this. I like this a lot. This is a thumbs up book in my opinion. Grab it, get it, read it.
Yes, this is, the art is fantastic. I also just saw this, which is a preview for Lone Ranger. Seriously? Yeah.
Yes, seriously.
Yeah. Man, just really awesome art. I'm sorry I'm distracted now. But
it's distractingly good art.
Distractingly good.
But it's a good story, and I don't want to spoil it for you. Probably Nazis.
Nazis!
Just saying. Another fabulous book. Next up, Thunderbolts 166. What can I say? I love this book. I've liked it since day one. And I'm really liking this storyline with the B-Team flying around in the past. This time, Jack the Ripper. Yeah. Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper.
Just a good book. The art is neat. The story's good. Get it.
Yeah. Just really... We're, like, knocking it out of the park with art right now, aren't we? Like, every book has really... And it's all, like, different.
Yep.
In different tones and how it feels thematically. But it's all just really good.
Yeah.
This is a good week.
I'm happy with this week.
Wow.
Even though it's filled with random books and just 2 from the pull list, it's been a very good week.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, wrapping up with Super Dinosaur #6. If you guys have not watched this before, then you are going to be unaware of the undying love Amy and I have for Super Dinosaur as a series. This launches into the new story arc. It's really good. The art's still really fun. The story's still really good. And new Super Dinosaur armor.
Again. He's underwater. Underwater armor.
So far we've seen his normal armor, his flight-capable armor, his snow armor, and now his underwater armor.
I am saying we're doing space next.
Yes.
I feel it coming.
We've also seen his giant armor.
Yes.
That morphs with Jason's giant armor.
Yes. In a very Power Rangers Megatron kind of way. Except not Power Rangers or Megatron, really.
Cooler. Because it's Super Dinosaur. Little arms. Super Dinosaur #6. If you're not picking up Super Dinosaur, do it.
What's wrong with you? Go pick it up.
So that brings us to our vote for Rockin' Comic of the Week. Now, if you don't know, Super Dinosaur has its own place.
Right, so we move this over here.
It has a permanent shelf life of Rockin' Comic forever and ever until they screw it up, which they aren't going to. My pick, and oddly enough, Amy's pick as well, Flash Gordon Zeitgeist.
We agree.
Yes.
It's been a while since we agreed, I think.
Yes.
That's okay. We don't have to.
And what's weird is we also agreed that if we wouldn't have picked that, we would have picked Thunderbolts. So, really, it's almost like you get a 2-for-1 deal this week. Because they're both very much worthy of being a Rockin' Comic. Hell, all 4 books this week could have very well been a Rockin' Comic of the Week.
This is true. There's a lot of just really good, just a good week. Good week.
Yay.
I think we've had a week like this in a long, long time.
I feel really good about this week.
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
It's a good place.
I feel right.
It's because of all that pie that we ate last week.
I feel pretty. No, I don't feel pretty, but I feel right. Now, I know it's been a couple weeks, but are you good for and Amy's Awesome?
I am.
And?
We're going to do Christmas theme for next month. So sorry if you hate Christmas or if you're Jewish. I really, really apologize.
Still got to buy gifts for somebody.
I suppose I could pick out, is it 8 gifts?
I don't know how that works.
I apologize. I'm so sorry, Jewish people.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know there's somebody out there going, seriously?
We can't all know everything about everyone.
You know, if you asked me when I was less tired, I probably would know, but I don't. Anyway, if you have a geek on your 2x4 list, we're going to help you out. Stuff you could buy for us. No, not, you know.
You could. I mean, you could.
I mean, if you really wanted to.
But that's not the actual goal.
We're going to put the link in the doobly-doo. To where you can send us gifts.
Wow. That's a great new idea.
Anyway. We have a much longer list. We go into a lot of things in our podcast. You can find that at rockincomics.com.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to hear the full list, and I think I might do like one of those Amazon suggestion thingies, and maybe I'll link that, get that set up so you can see everything right there. But we're just going to cover big ones.
Okay.
And since we just talked about Super Dinosaur, and it's like the Rockin' Comic of forever and ever and ever, ever and ever and ever.
Yes.
Super Dinosaur Volume 1 Collected Edition.
Get it.
And while you're at it, you can pick up the coloring book.
I was so excited that there was a coloring book.
It's like a coloring activity book. It's just got mazes in there and crosswords.
We hope.
All kinds of stuff. Activities.
And Amy brought up a good point in the podcast. If you're buying that, get some crayons to go with it.
Crayons. Seriously, I'm an artist too, and I'm not even positive I have crayons. Surely I have crayons somewhere in my house.
But you don't want to go looking for them.
But I don't know where they are, so just buy some new crayons. With the little sharpener, and you'll be set.
Yes. You can get the 18-pack if you don't feel like going up to the 36.
This is 64.
Yeah.
So, hello,
get back.
64.
Get back! You would kind of want that.
Yeah, I would.
So, do that. Also on the gift list, just out, I think it's out this week.
I believe it is.
DC Comics is putting out the hardcover edition of all 52 #1s called The New 52. It's $150 bucks. It's $150 bucks. But how awesome would that be?
You know, it's a hardback, so it's kind of worth the $150. I mean, it's 52.
Boy, if this doesn't give you a taste of what DC is doing, you're never going to get it. So, I think it would be, we bought half of the first issues, but that means I didn't get half of them. I would still love to get this. Mm-hmm. So, I think for your completist and just your geek comic fan, that's a great gift.
It's a great gift. It's hefty in the price, but you can probably find it for a deal somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can track down a good deal. Or, don't be stingy. Stingy with your money. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Give. Give.
Better to give than to receive.
Yes.
Unless you're us.
What she said.
Receive.
There you go.
Anyway.
There's more. We have much more, a lot more suggestions in the podcast. So check it out. Wow. That is crazy.
I'm sick this week.
I know.
It's just going.
And then to wrap up, in archives, it's a book called The Warlands. It was put out back in 1999. It ran for about 10 issues, I want to say. It's a fantasy book, has some really cool manga-style art. In the story, it's a little dated in the storytelling style, but if you're looking for a fantasy book and you're having trouble finding something that really kind of scratches that itch of yours, this is not a bad way to go. It might be a little tough to find, but since the company went out of business, but you know, if you're looking for fantasy with magicians and rangers and archers and dragons, they get you covered. And if you like that manga style art, sorry, almost screwed up the word.
It's alright. It's good.
It's a solid book. It's a really solid book, and I was pleasantly surprised to rediscover it in the archive. So that's what I got for you this week, and I think
awesome.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, that's it. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
Bye.
Bye.